was other things I wanted to call you about too, D. When the Quavo album dropped, I wanted to be like, D, how do you feel about this? Because I felt like you was going to hear it before I did.
We don't talk about that. I almost didn't hear it when it first came out. My power was out, and I wasn't getting service. Literally in the heat of the night, around like midnight, around like 12-ish, 1-ish, I was able to actually listen to it.
Enjoy what happened.
Bro, so many people want to have sex with me on my email. I'm up to 12.
Tuesday night, we had to half day at work. We came home. It was category 3. When we woke up the next morning, it was on category 4. She was like, go get food. We get the fuck out of here. We went to St. Pete. Chilled in St. Pete basically for a week. Came back.
We didn't even introduce the episode. Yeah, episode
right into
32?
No Static Podcast. The Terrible 3.
Whoa.
We here.
Whoa. Terrible 2 on myself.
So you're just your own level of terrible.
I'm lovable. If you could add in a little twinkle sound effect. Twinkle. When I did that. Twinkle. Another one.
Sometimes I just wonder how you function. Like, how do you just get from one moment to the next sometimes, bro? Episode 32, No Static, we in here.
I do it with the toothbrush.
Coop in here. Young Miles in here.
You know what I'm saying? At me on IG, at Mile High.
First and foremost, y'all give it up for us. We survived Hurricane Michael, bro.
We're still here.
Panama City, however, did not.
Hey, whoa.
So we'll wrap all the love and prayers out to them. But that shit was crazy. We saw what happened at Best Buy.
Panama City no longer has enough letters left to support the words Panama City, so we shall forever refer to them as PC. That is all that remains. Oh, Twinkle. Hit me with that Twinkle.
I don't even know how this is going to sound.
Oh, that was great. Yeah. Run it back. One more time.
Y'all won't drag me down this road. Not the too strict podcast.
All right. Keep Twinkles for special occasions. Special occasion.
Can I get one more to like?
No.
One more? No. Like I'll just.
Special occasions. It's got to be special. I don't want to.
You want to kill the Twinkle. Twinkles are special.
Yeah.
You know, like my little star. Twinkle. I have to tinkle.
Probably great.
We'll be right back on this.
Why? I don't know why I allowed this guy. Let's try to push through this, guys.
All right, let's get to the shits, man. It's been nuts. Hurricane put my whole life on hold. Put everybody's life on hold. It put the podcast on hold.
Like a long phone call.
So we're gonna make it up to y'all though. I do apologize for that, but
But we back.
Yeah, this is the makeup. I'm back.
The Terrible 3 is back.
Yeah, see, it's too many.
A lot of music came out despite the hurricane.
I
thought that was interesting.
They didn't care. They didn't care about Florida. Nobody cares about Florida.
Michael was not trying to hear Quavo.
What?
Michael was headed straight for Quavo when that album dropped.
Michael?
He said, "Look here, bitch."
Quavo sent Michael.
Can we do an unpopular opinion segment or?
That's what I'm going with. Chris Brown knows who the original holder of swine flu is, and Chris Brown and Quavo sent Michael.
Run that back.
Chris Brown knows who the original contaminant of swine flu is, who the original person is that had it, the first person. Mm-hmm. And Quavo sent Hurricane Michael to Florida.
I don't think Quavo has that influence.
Quavo really wanted.
Can you prove that Quavo does not have some sort of?
Can you prove that I'm even here right now?
Yes.
Do it. I just appeared. That's crazy, dog. I just manifested my physical will into this space.
They won't do this shit.
That's crazy, dog. It just
I will not hold this rookie train.
But you played right into it. He just said that.
But we're gonna bring it back to the honcho.
Wait, did I miss my twinkle?
You've been Mr. Twinkle.
It just clicked. I heard a twinkle and then it didn't register because I was looking.
All right, back to honcho.
Back to honcho.
So Honcho did release an album though. How are we feeling about the quality?
I heard 0 songs and I'm so happy with that decision.
I like the middle part.
I felt the same. I like the middle part. I think Honcho Dreams is not that great.
Yeah, it was.
And he didn't seem. And no offense, he didn't seem like a YBN for doing that. Shout out to Yo Bitch Nasty niggas. I mean, no, my bad. It's Young Boss niggas. My bad. That's not, my bad. I apologize, y'all. That is an error on my part. D introduced me to the YBN cats, and for the longest time, because of how my fucking brain works, I thought YBN meant Yo Bitch Nasty.
Just like YFN was Young Frost nigga.
It's not.
It's not.
What is it?
It's not Young Frost.
So we don't know what it is, but we know it's not Young Frost niggas.
What do you think NBA?
It's Young Fly niggas to proven otherwise. I bet it. No, it's Young Feminist. It's Young Feminist Network.
Young Feminist Network.
Otherwise.
It's Young Feminist Network.
Until proven
otherwise.
What do you think NBA stands for?
No Blacks Allowed Young Boy.
Nah.
No, wait, what?
No Blacks Allowed Young Boy.
Whoa.
It's like so many.
Yeah, maybe he just really don't like black moms.
That's not what the word blacks is generally first attributed to.
You say no blacks allowed. If you tell me you go to the store, I say, yo, bring me back 2 blacks. What do you think I'm talking about?
If I say, hey, I'm going to Target, no blacks allowed, what do you think I'm talking about?
I can't sell blacks in Target.
Naturally. Get them out of here.
It's either no blacks allowed.
And it's not that.
Is it?
It hasn't been legal to.
Is it New Ballers Anonymous?
No. You didn't get any of those right.
New Ballers Anonymous.
Is it Niggas Bitches Axes?
Axes? I think asses would work better.
No, Niggas Bitches Axes is first of all, how you know that nigga not a lumberjack who also owns a strip club?
He's 17.
Okay.
He's 18.
He's 18 now. 17 when he came out, but you can't be a lumberjack till you're 18.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
That is not true.
Labor laws. Look it up.
Wait, how was Paul Bunyan when he...
Back then, yeah, Paul Bunyan.
How was Paul Bunyan when he got in the game?
That is true. How long that nigga been chopping wood? Because if we find out he been chopping wood since 4, I'm gonna be like, fuck you, Miles.
And
4 figures will
like to know.
God damn it.
Yo, I don't know why I'm friends.
We just started early.
I don't know why I'm friends with you.
We just started early.
2 lines. Pause.
Okay, I see Paul Bunyan is 82, but how old was he when he started?
2.
Paul Bunyan was 2.
The statue
You started chopping wood?
Pause. Actually, genuine pause, not something was gay pause. That's when the statues were created.
Sorry, bro.
The statues were created in 1996.
Paul Bunyan was 2.
He was. I can confirm he was.
If Paul Bunyan was 2 and he was chopping wood, he had superpowers back then.
Isn't he mythical?
No, he's more like folklore mixed with like a real person. Kind of like Johnny Appleseed. Is Johnny Appleseed real?
Is Johnny Appleseed?
You sure? Whose name is Appleseed and actually like collects apples? Come on now. That ain't real.
Actually, no. We got. Damn. I don't
His real name was John Chapman. They called him Johnny Appleseed.
Man.
He was born in 1774. He died in 1845.
Real ass nigga.
Homeboy lived to be 61.
Exactly, bro. In colonial times. You know how hard that
Colonial
is?
times.
No offense, bro. Any place where you can just walk outside of your house and war could be happening.
Or like just bears.
He had his own dance too.
See, homeboy was jujuing on the beat before it was cool. I'm telling you, bro. He was a pioneer. He was a pioneer. But look, man was a missionary and a gardener, and we remembered him. How good do you have to be at your job to be remembered as a missionary and a gardener? Name one gardener. And don't say your moms. Don't say your pops. Name a missionary. That's easier. There's like all those popes and shit. Not popes, but like those names.
Wait, there's an actual gardener named Capability Brown.
We will not do this. What the fuck? This nigga's bitch axes young boy.
It's never broke again.
It's never broke again.
Wait, what?
Never broke again.
Never broke again, young boy.
And what's crazy is that like when you go on Apple Music, like you can't actually like I guess because of NBA is like trademark, so you can't go as NBA Young Boy. So it's like Young Boy Never Broke Again. Whenever you go on Apple Music and look his music up.
Swear to fucking God. Get the fuck serious, just like T.I. says. Also, T.I. released an album. That would have been a great segue.
T.I. did.
T.I. did release an album. As well as
a good
Lil
album,
Honcho.
too.
Was it?
It was good.
Was it Old Head Together?
T.I.'s album was good.
I had never looked at this young man.
He was here. He was here in
talking
town
about it for like 2-3 weeks.
He was here for homecoming.
Did he get beat up?
I don't know what happened, but that's been there for a while.
The dent or the scar?
Both.
Oh.
Wait.
No.
Is he
No, he was not. He's not mentally ill.
Whoa.
That's where he was going. Come on.
No.
Yeah, we definitely cannot go.
We can't go. You don't even know what I'm asking. Listen. Was he like? Did he like? Shot in the head? Did he like put like a metal plate?
No.
Why are you whispering? The question he asked was, did he get shot in the head and did they place a metal plate there? I don't know the answer.
I think he explained what happened. I think.
That's why you shouldn't go to school. You think too hard, your head gets messed up.
No, and not only that.
It's funny as soon as I type in why
How is it that, yo, he releases a ton of music.
He does. Like, his
He's
work
like
He
really
got something coming out
consistent.
on the 19th.
is insane. His work ethic is crazy.
He's consistently putting stuff out. You've heard his song before. You didn't realize it was his song, but you've heard his song.
What song? It's probably the most popular song he's got.
No Smoke.
No smoke, no smoke. Niggas, no smoke.
Okay, so he said
numbers.
the scars came from, he said he was wrestling and he broke his neck. He had to get a halo in his head with the screws at 4 years old. Do we want to talk about Pooch Hall?
The dude from the game?
Yeah,
What happened to him?
he got arrested for letting his 2-year-old son drive.
Was he drunk?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Huh?
Oh, well, I'm really happy it's not loading. That's what it is. What pick is it? Is it the first, second, third? Six?
Oh shit, my lungs hurt so bad. Shit. Oh, alright. Let me see if I understand this straight. This nigga Pooch Hall is somewhere in the world, right?
Facts.
Get fucked up.
Like, ruined.
Gets in the car and goes, Man, I can't drive home. Somebody call my baby. And everybody's trying to find Pooch Hall, bro. Only to find out he's single and he talking about that actual fucking baby. And he just booked to the bar with him.
Hey yo, listen. The baby's name is Gio in this scenario.
And he just went to the baby and was just like, threw him the keys like,
hey yo, Gio.
get us home. I wonder if he was like, don't drive all fast like you usually do.
You told him to do that.
It would have been a plot twist if he actually got there safe.
Wait.
I mean, they're not dead, so.
Well,
I mean, if he would have went without like crashing the car and not getting
Why are we?
caught.
hold on. He crashed the car?
No,
He slammed into a parked car.
That doesn't count. I do that.
How do we know that? Oh, wait, a parked car. Never mind.
can we prove it?
I mean, that's the story.
Hold on, bro. So, please tell me this photo.
Can you scroll up? Oh shit! It's exactly what I thought it was. Wow.
Yeah.
It's tough.
I can't remember what his name in the game was.
He was Rook.
Derwin.
Oh wait, it was Derwin. Derwin Davis.
Does that show not come on anymore?
No,
It just ended?
Yep.
a while ago. Like
Did any of them die?
probably at least one person. I mean, him and his girl broke up.
Him and his sister broke up? Like for good?
Yeah.
He divorced her?
I do remember that.
They divorced and then like he was like kicked off the team or he like got traded or something.
I thought they was doing good.
Everyone's doing good at some point.
It was all good just a week ago.
It was. Well, not for us because it was a hurricane, but
Wait. What's today? Wednesday? Oh, that's.
It's been a week since the hurricane.
I had power up until 4 o'clock, so as far as I'm concerned, hurricane.
oh my lord, I'm sorry, y'all. I needed something. We had to change subject, bro. The idea. So wait, the police pulled him over. They get to the car. The windows is up, right? The windows is up. They go. And it's a baby. It's a baby.
And then wait. The best part. The baby pull up.
What?
Hello.
You know?
How you doing today, officer?
Did the baby turn and look at them and go, is there a problem, officers? B,
100%.
did the police looking, knowing that it was a baby, still ask this baby for his license and registration? C,
How does one
how
proceed?
did Pooch Hall try to explain this to the cops? And he go, listen guys, I'm not irresponsible. I put the baby in the car seat and then put him in the front seat behind the wheel. So you moved him further away from the pedals? It's a very advanced baby. It's a very advanced baby. It's way above your pay grade. Oh my lord. Okay. God, I'm gonna call somebody about that shit tomorrow. I'm off too. I'm gonna have time. All right. Oh my lord. Oh.
How did we come down from that?
How do we? Like he did. He came down pretty well.
Yeah.
Imagine waking up sober in jail because you thought your baby could drive better.
More importantly,
Well, the baby probably could.
what if they had him in one cell and the baby like in another cell?
They arrested the baby too.
And then there's this biker dude sitting on the bench.
Like, yeah, what if it's all? What if like you wake up, right? You wake up, you look in the cell next to you, and your baby in the cell with a tattoo. How long we been in here? 48 minutes. You done changed.
Fuck you.
All right.
Have we covered any topic?
Yeah.
We
That
did.
was the first one on the list actually. Pooch Hall was the first on the list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we hit Quality too.
You ready? Can I introduce this one? I got this one.
All right, which one are we going?
Which artist has the best 3 concurrent album run currently? Present. I want this
Logic.
topic.
Pick any three.
I mean concurrent.
Bro.
Pick any three.
Out of his albums, okay. There's Under Pressure, Incredible True Story, Everybody.
Wait, is everybody before the first Bobby Tarantino?
Bobby Tarantino's a mixtape. Technically. And that's without doing the whole, like, if it's on sale, it's an album thing. It is considered a mixtape.
Yeah.
But the second one is an album.
The second one is a mixtape also.
What?
Young Sinatra, surprisingly though, Young Sinatra 4 is considered an album.
But that's a mixtape series.
I know. That's the kicker. That's the gag. That's why I never really understood like the whole
Actually, I will say
album
this.
mixtape thing.
Migos.
No. Albums?
You like Logic a lot more than I do, and Migos. No.
Migos only had 3 albums.
Yeah.
And Young Rich Nation was pretty underwhelming.
Oh yeah, YRN was that? Wait, that was for Young Rich Nation?
The album was Young Rich Niggas. The mixtape was Young Rich Niggas. But the
That's
album
what it is. In my
was
head, I'm thinking Young Rich
Nation.
Niggas.
And that was like the one with One Time and
All the hits on it.
yeah.
Alright. Fair enough. I'll take it.
Wait.
I still feel bad. I still feel bad about about that Logic thing though.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I got a question.
I do put Kanye on that list.
I was gonna say I was gonna put Wayne on that list.
Is Childish Gambino still a rapper?
I consider him still a rapper.
Than his 3. Because of the internet,
Matt.
Camp because of the internet.
Matt Miller, he got no bad albums.
For sure.
Matt Miller.
Let me see. I would put. Wait, you said Wayne. Which 3 albums? Unless you're talking about the first 3 Carters.
Yeah, I can't go back that far.
I can count the first 3 Carters. So yeah.
Low key, up to the third Carter, he didn't miss.
It was Carter 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, and then Carter 4 is just not good to me. It's not the best parts of Carter 4 are the interludes.
Yeah, the interlude, the outro. Yeah,
Carter 5 though.
I like Carter 4 though.
Carter 5's flame.
It was so technically, yeah, Wayne does have that like 3 concurrent album run.
I can't remember flying.
Maybe T.I.
T.I., Crit, Hove, obviously.
Yeah. T.I.'s on that list, now that I think about it. Because to me, he only had like 1 project that I wasn't a fan of. Out of his whole discography. And I don't know if I should count that against him being in the circumstances, but...
Eminem.
We said Kendrick.
I think Kendrick has the best, period, though. And I only say that because Damn was really, really solid. And the 2 before were certified classics. Certified hip-hop classics.
Fair enough.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll put Game on that list.
See, I can't name 1 Game song. Period.
I could put Luda on that list.
Yeah. So we can definitely go on that.
Yeah. He don't rap that.
I don't have to be rappers. They can be artists in general.
Well, you did say artists. I think Bino's up there. I don't know why y'all moving past it like that, but I do think he's up
Childish Gambino had
Camp.
The Internet,
and then
Awaken My Love.
So yeah, I could give you that.
So yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I take that back, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
You didn't like him.
I did like King.
You didn't like because of the internet?
I did like King because of the internet.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't. It just wasn't for you.
Awaken My Love.
Awaken My Love might actually be his weakest project, and I'm gonna tell you why. Can you listen to Awaken My Love from beginning to end without forcing yourself to?
Yeah.
No.
That's just the thing, but yeah.
I gotta side with Coop on that, because when I heard Awaken My Love, I was expecting some different shit coming up.
You were. Me and Your Mama is such a crazy song.
Me and Your Mama is the best song on the project, point blank. Don't tell. Redbone is not better than Me and My Love.
It's not.
It shouldn't have been the one that blew up. Redbone isn't even top 4 on the album.
But I'm gonna tell you why Redbone blew up. Redbone blew up because you live in a day and age where all of the cool shit now is shit that has already happened. That bass line on that shit is an old Boosie Collins Parliament joint. And people love that. So you will never hear that bass line and not want to smoke weed. And you can't miss with it. It's so rich. It's so. It just gets you. It was no way for that song to fail. And then he hit it at like super rasp. He don't even try at all on his lyrics. And he got some of the best lyrics I've ever heard. But he ain't even trying. The song's not even that long.
However, well, it is one of those things where when he comes through and he does it in when he did it in concert form, and they spice it up and he adds his little flares lyrically and his flares tonally, it's like a completely different.
Of course it is.
And of course it is, but like, and that kind of overrides the feeling because like when he does all those songs and you hear it and you're like, because I saw it live and I was like he said, that was church. But
I feel like Awaken My Love is a strong project. It's not a bad album, but it's not his best either. It's not better than Because of the Internet.
It is 100. No,
Because the Internet is my favorite. Yeah, Childish Gambino project.
That was one of my favorite projects. Like listening to that all the way through.
It's crazy to me because that's not even how I got on this cat.
You got on him because cul-de-sac.
It was royalty for me.
Royalty was really.
Royalty was the
that was
shit.
like that album was like so surprisingly hard.
And then it was a mixtape.
Yeah. Mixtape.
Nope. I got on to him music wise at Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and oh yeah, that was big for a lot of people.
He sucked because he murked Freaks and Geeks, and then I still say he took the G out of your waffle. All you got left is your ego. It's still one of the hardest lines.
There go waffles.
But no, I was on to him as an actor.
Yeah,
that's how I knew him stand up. I was like,
his stand up is one of the funniest stand ups I've
ever I knew him from where I watched Community, so I was into him. Troy Naved was the shit.
He wrote 30 Rock. He had some He helped
write Community.
He did help write Community. He's a super talented overall dude. I mean, he made Atlanta, which is amazing. Oh my god. That's a different conversation altogether. Anybody have anyone else to add?
I think that's majority of everybody I can think of at the moment.
Rick Ross.
Ross, definitely.
Let me see it on my Rick
Fort
Ross.
Miami, Trilla, Cupid and Route, Teflon.
You know what?
Joey Badass.
I was going to say Joey Badass. I was going to say Joey Badass, and I was also going to say Tyler the Creator.
Absolutely.
In terms of, yes, I agree personally because I love Cherry Bomb, but there's a lot of it did receive a lot. It got a lot of mixed reviews that kept it from like reaching the heights. It was
holy shit.
It's
I wanted to say that boats too, and then Pretty Girls Love Trap Music.
I want to be a fan of both too, though.
I can understand that,
but that's the only thing that would like draw that back from me. I mean, the singles were good, but like the project itself, it just wasn't. It wasn't.
I don't know.
One up there with 1, 2.
hisses about 2 Chainz.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I want to miss having those albums.
Oh, part of me
Young
wants to
Thug?
say no. But to be fair, Young Thug hasn't even dropped the album yet.
What?
Like he been billing all those mixtapes and EPs.
I thought Barter 6 was an album.
Mixtape. It was supposed to be an album, but at the last minute, somebody dropped the ball.
Bro, if you get paid for it,
What
bro.
about that Jeffrey joint?
Mixtape.
Really?
I think it should have been an album.
I think so too. It was really, it was like promoted like an album too.
Yeah.
It had a lot of heavy marketing promotions and all that.
No, not him. I can't say.
But
Are you gonna say Wale?
But if you
I was
do
gonna
want to
say
say,
Liz, but I was just like,
nah. But if you do want to say like mixtapes,
Schoolboy Q.
Habits and Contradictions, Oxymoron, Blank Face.
Schoolboy Q has never missed.
I didn't agree with that.
Oh, excuse me. When JID comes out with his third project.
If he ever, I'm so tired of waiting on him. That's how many I'm just tired of waiting on, bro. Tired of waiting on him. I'm tired, low key. If Isaiah Rashad's third project lives up to the first two, he'll be in that group. He has yet to make a project I don't like.
Has Earl Sweatshirt released 3?
2. I mean, well, unless you count Earl, then it's Earl, Doris, and then I don't like shit. I don't go outside.
I love it. I don't like Stock Lost. Sunday is one of my favorite songs.
So
Just hearing.
you could technically put Earl on that.
If you want to.
Belly dropped the album too. I've been listening to
You
that.
did Immigrant.
It's hard.
I like the meat. I like the joint meat.
I like the joint with me. I like the joint with him and Yo God.
What else came out? Do y'all listen to Lil Baby? Gunna?
I've started to run through this. This is what happened, bro. I'm gonna say this. This is so fucking stupid. But one thing made me want to listen to Lil Baby.
Wait. Bitch, I'm a baby.
I thought that was just like, you know what, bro? That was the most brilliant thing you could have said, bro. What? Bitch, I'm Lil Baby.
You're better than this.
And I was like, because here's the thing, bro. I'm like, I try to be like, oh, bro, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater, bro. The new music, you may not like it. It may not be your cup of tea. But if it's good and you can understand why something's good, don't try to front on it.
Right.
This nigga Lil Baby's one hit, that voice. There's a lot of niggas out there, they voice and they body don't match.
Somebody compare his voice to like a leaned up Young Thug. And it kind of made sense.
But I mean,
Like imagine if Young Thug dropped a little bit of his artistry and
Rocky.
ASAP?
nah, his last one.
Testing
Testing
didn't do it
wasn't.
for me.
Yeah, testing wasn't.
I don't like testing.
It felt like he was more into fashion when he made that. Praise the Lord was good, but that's the big song, you know. I hate to be
What
that.
did I like off Testing? Now that I think about it.
On testing,
I did like ASAP Forever.
I like ASAP Forever. I like the song with him and
A$AP Forever had
him
an
and
amazing video.
Frank Ocean.
Sunday. Oh,
No Sunday.
Purity.
Purity. Yeah, still forgetting the names. I like Guns and Butter.
OG Beeper kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I will say this, it don't got the same kick as like his last two.
No, at long last, ASAP is still like my favorite ASAP album.
My favorite ASAP project is still his not at long last ASAP.
Lil Love.
Live Love ASAP.
Lil Love.
That shit got brand new guys on it.
Lil Love. Classic.
That shit got brand new guys on it, and it got whatchamacallit on it, Pesos.
Yeah. Purple Swag. That should have been a debut album right there.
Ferg.
Trap Lord.
I
came out Trap Lord?
Did something come out before Always Strive and Prosper?
Trap Lord, Always Strive and Prosper. No, wait, I didn't like Always Strive and Prosper. No.
I like Always Strive and Prosper. I didn't like Still Strive. I thought there was one between the first two. Evidently, there's not.
Yeah, there's those three.
Brockhampton.
I like
All the Saturation, so yeah.
Yeah, it's 3.
And I like Iridescence.
Iridescence. I haven't finished it. I'm taking my time, but I like all the pieces that I've heard so far.
That's supposed to be part of another trilogy, by the way.
It is. It is indeed. A lot of people moved really quickly and made their like Twitter avatars and shit.
Yeah.
After the thermal scans, it's a really cool idea for album covers. They have really good, just like overall artistic integrity.
What's your favorite Saturation project? 2.
Because I have a lot of songs on my playlist from them. So from Saturation 2 specifically. Let me run through my shit.
It's between 2 and 3 for me. 2 does have 2 tracks.
It might be 3 actually. I take that back. Yeah, it's 3.
I like more songs on 3.
Because Bleach is on there, Rental is on there, Stain is on there,
Boogie is on there.
Boogie is
Rental
on there.
is on there.
Rent, yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something about Boogie when it first comes on. It's just like, just right.
Yeah, that shit like just smacks you.
Bro, I'm so mad about this Logic thing. All right, you know what? We're going to get into this right now because I just want to talk about it, bro.
Oh, you're talking about
Why, bro, is Logic not considered a good at this point in his career? Given his consistent quality, given his consistent ability to sell. Same as you are the only person who outsell Logic is Drake.
I feel like GOAT is.
They gonna say it about Drake if they not already saying it.
Drake's not a GOAT rapper. He might be.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody's really putting Drake on that list.
Because even production wise, not production is in his beats, but like he doesn't even sell as well as Eminem. So
I promise you, bro. I promise you that this will happen, bro. By the time Drake is when Drake is at the point in his career that Jay-Z is now, that's exactly what y'all say about him. Y'all say what you want. There's going to be people who probably already say it now because he's never had a not successful project.
he's had project. Well, first of all, everyone's going to support Drake's music regardless because he's at the top of the game, right? That's a given. However, that doesn't mean it's always going to be the most well-received things. People didn't receive Views from the Six very well. They definitely didn't receive More Life very well. They were upset that it was a playlist.
Yeah, that kind of goes back. So are we considering commercial success, or is it more so from a talent standpoint?
It's both. Here's the thing: you gotta be able to sell, and you gotta be like. Here's the thing, bro. The people who are in my rap top 5, right, are probably no longer nearly as relevant as they were at the time when I was listening to them. But when I think of a good, right? You gotta put your Jay-Z, you gotta put your Eminems in there. As far as the news who have come out in the 2010s, it's hard to argue against Logic. Who's been more names besides Drake? Who's been more consistent than Logic?
It's come out in the 2010s.
Since Logic has been out.
All right, but see, consistency isn't the only factor. He might consistently put out the same quality of music, but if your quality of music is around, to me personally, you respect his artistry a lot more than I do. But to me, he releases every time he comes out with an album, he has that one song that's
catered towards commercial success, that one song that's catered towards the boom bap rappers, and it pleases both of those sides, and then the rest of it is kind of just a mesh or an amalgamation of those two ideas, and it falls flat for me. So he always gets around that same 7 to 7-ish range, you know what I mean? And so if he's producing consistently at that pace over a couple of albums, he can provide a case to prove, yes, he deserves to be where he is, but I can't push for him to be any higher than he is, simply because he doesn't produce enough songs that make me go, wow. You know what I mean?
I'm willing to say that. I'm willing to give you that. If you can give me the alternative example of a person who is.
Kendrick. He doesn't produce as much, but when he comes out with pieces that when it's his art, when it's of his own doing, it's not for commercial success, when he's pushing his own stuff, damn, he came out with that, he dropped that, it was concise, every song on that, you might not listen to it today purposely, but if you listen to it all the way through, there's very few songs in there that you're just like, I can't listen to this.
Wait.
I don't want to listen.
Let me ask y'all this. So when y'all say consistency, are we talking about quantity?
No, consistency is in like a lack of variation between.
When I say consistency, I'm talking about you not only release a high quality effort every time, but it's a high quality and high yielding effort every time. And that's why I say it's hard for me to argue against logic. That kid, say what you want. It's not just all. One, his fan base is fucking insane.
There's a very strong white fan base, yes.
And I thought that too at first, but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, like it's literally.
It's mostly, believe it or not, it's actually mostly us.
Really?
Low key, and this is going.
I believe it is.
Cass is going to steal off on me for saying this. Also, by the way, off that list we left Lupe.
For the concurrent list, it's the reason why I can't give Lupe that, but I'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh, you would say lasers, I know it.
Definitely not say that.
But here's what I'm saying is his fan base actually is mostly us. Even though you see like in interviews that he heavy like white people, but his fan base I've noticed is mostly us. Number two,
right.
I had to think about this at this day and age now. Nobody releases music anymore for no profit.
That is true.
Chance was the last person to do it.
Was he?
Yeah. He got a bag off Coloring Book.
He did, but he put that album up. He might not have been. It might not have been the first place that he put it up, but one day after, he put it up for free.
One day after?
One day after.
Not feeling it.
It don't change the fact that he got a
Yeah,
bag.
that don't count.
No, of course. I mean, we can't hate on anybody for trying to get it back. But that music was free, regardless of what you want to say.
We hated on Dasani an hour ago.
Bro.
You said we can't hate on nobody trying to get it back.
You know what? I'm not going to go through this again because they missed the first part. And I'm not going to reiterate the same points. However, now I love homies in Venezuela, first of all. The homies going to come for you, dog.
Okay.
I will say this. You guys ready to have a sponsorship going? Fuck Dasani. There we go.
Oh wait, I think this is a better fit.
Oh,
yeah.
The Bloody Murder?
Fuck Dasani. There we go.
But it's true. I was listening to his the other day when we were. I was at work. So I just started from the Incredible True Story. I just ran through all the way up to. And I was just like, you know what, Brian? Because the other thing is he don't heavy feature. You'll get this might be the most features I've seen him ever have, and it's only because he put the entire fucking Wu-Tang Clan on one track.
Literally every member.
He literally put them all on one track. And so it's hard to like, when you got 9 in the squad your shit. But I was thinking about that, bro. Like, and this day and age where bro, you don't really shit for free. You can pretend like it's for free. You can make it easily accessible for people so that the consumer doesn't buy it. But you sold it.
Well, then hold on. What even is the definition? How are we gonna put this up? Right? Because even by those definitions, whatchamacallit, what was the second album? Or the second release?
Who we talking about?
Acid Rap was completely free. That was up on SoundCloud. That was up on. He had no.
Yeah,
because 10 Day was too. He had no.
Oh yeah, okay. You talking his first 2 actual mixtapes.
And he's only released 3. He has no commercial album releases to this day. They're all mixtapes. Now mixtapes nowadays are usually monetized, and that was a monetized piece, but it was free in the same way YouTube is free.
Like, here's the thing, bro. If you're gonna do it, bro. Like, here's my thing, bro. I would rather be like, yo, I'm releasing albums, and basically I've been calling them on mixtapes so I can like get the money, get all the money, basically, instead of having to share it with like a publishing company, somebody to do shipping, get your music out. I get that, bro. But whether it be an album or a project, and that's why now we have to call everything a fucking project, which I hate. But any project that he's put out, name me a project that is either it's the Drake effect. I can tell you something of his that maybe I don't like as much as others, but I can't tell you nothing of his that's bad.
Oh, Logic. And I say you won't be able to, not because he's this ascended GOAT level artist. I think he's just so. I don't find him to be that experimental with his work, right? So in the same way you have people like Cudi and Kanye who have gone way out the way, not only to experiment with their work, because Speeding Bullet to Heaven was shit, and it was different. It was shit, but it was different, right? Life of Pablo had moments where it was shit, but it was different. So, some just showing up. Come on, man. Like,
no, I'll give you the shit part. I'm thinking about the different part.
You don't think that was experimental enough?
No,
Pablo?
Life of Pablo had some. Okay, I'm thinking the wrong one. Not Life of Pablo.
Nah,
I'm thinking
Yeezus. Then
Yeezus.
You might be.
That's the definition of experimental and shit. It has some gems on there.
That was a Yeezus on that album,
but you see what I'm saying? Like the moments he doesn't have that project, and we put Kanye at the top of in terms of artistry. We put him near the top talent wise, right? That is generally accepted idea, right?
The reason why I can't say that is because Jay-Z is a good,
but that's because he didn't necessarily try anything different or change the game per se. But what he did was bring such. He didn't change it in a way where he was mixing different sounds and different ideas. It was just that his talent level was so much higher than the rest of everyone else around him.
Yeah, he can play the game better than everybody.
It made everyone, in a way that LeBron's not doing things that other people couldn't or can't do today. He's just doing them so efficiently and so well and thinking so far ahead that it doesn't matter.
And that's what I'm saying about.
And I just don't think Logic has that.
It's literally nobody else in his lane.
Nobody else.
Who?
I don't even think Logic is lyrically that talented. I think Frank Ocean is,
That's where you lost me.
I think he's talented, yes, but I don't think he's like next level. Like you're billing him to be next level, and I just don't see him as being next level.
Oh, right. I'm gonna let you know, right? Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now that this is not what that I say.
Go for it.
Logic is a better rapper than Tupac.
I don't disagree with that. I'm not the right.
In fact, Logic could probably wrap circles around Tupac.
But that's just it's one of those things where like you look at another basketball analogy. You look at the way the game was in the 70s, and everyone now whoop ass in the 70s. You know what I mean? Because the game has evolved from there. You look at rap in the 70s, the game has evolved since then.
Yeah, and that's
where
what I say. It's more like it's basketball is a good example. 90s ball versus like 2000 and 2010 ball. Very different.
Very different.
90s ball, bro, that shit gonna get ugly out there real fast. And the game only gonna not be ugly at the tip ball. 2010, bro, it pissed me off. And I'm a Sixers fan when Rozier blocked Embiid, and Embiid got mad at him like, "Why you blocked my shot?" Because he fucking plays basketball. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And you're like, no, and I like Embiid because he got that kind of like old school grit to him. Where he's like, no, bro, we out here playing, bro. Listen, bro, I'm trying to do your ass in, bro, because I'm trying to win. Like, I just really understand that. I understand why people revere Jordan the way for how he played and
because he was ahead of the game where it is now. But in my opinion, I do think Jordan would do great in this league, but I don't think he would be able to do the same amount of damage. Like, you still got to look. He was playing against Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr's a little bitch boy.
Nah, bro. Okay, that's disrespect to the time. He was playing.
Kerr's a little bitch boy.
He was playing. He was still.
I stand by that statement.
While he might be playing against Steve Kerr, he also had to play against Magic. He also had to play against.
And he did. Magic was
him.
But those are the people that are at the very top. You look at the middling players, you look at the lower players.
But that's the thing, bro.
The talent gap is way different now than it was then. The talent gap is much smaller.
What, now?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
But yes.
No, it's not.
You look at dudes, you look at kids who are playing, literally training their entire lives and honing their skills. Ball handling is the best it's ever been. Point blank. Period. Point blank.
Anyway, point that I'm trying to make is because I got way off subject with logic.
I was going to bring it full circle.
Bringing it full circle is that what my argument is about logic is that I feel like I low key, I think he low key will go down as a GOAT. It's really hard to argue against anything he does.
Only time to tell, honestly.
My argument is just like he's just a step below greatness. I think he's very.
I'm trying to think of who I can name that's better than Logic.
Kendrick.
I think Logic doesn't get enough credit though.
And I can't give you that. I will give you that. I'm not going to hate on the guy. I think he catches too much crap for the whole, and I like to joke about it too, but I think he does catch too much crap over his racial identity and how much he addresses it. Like, that's a whole ass meme, and it's a funny meme. It's not even a bad meme. It's like,
there's a Logic meme.
Yeah.
About his race.
It was one that was like, it was him. It was a picture of him, and it was like. It was like you'll never be half the nigga I am or something like that.
It's one where it's like me and then H dash, so like hot, like you're starting to say hey, and he says, "I'm half black and I know it. Get over it," or some shit like that. And then
yeah, it's just a whole bunch of like biracial.
And it's funny. And he catches too much crap for that. That doesn't diminish his.
Which is crazy because Drake doesn't.
Yeah, and I'll rip on Drake for that shit.
But I don't understand. What the fuck is we ripping on these things for?
Because this shit's funny.
But it's just the capacity that Logic did to that comparatively.
He did comparatively.
Because that whole Everybody album was full of that.
It was, which is probably why I like it the least.
Yeah, it was like
it's not that I hated the message. It's just that it prevented him from doing the things that I'd love to see him do, which is rap. Bro, it's something, bro. At first, I will say this. Metaphor scheme-wise, I can definitely think of people superior.
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely think of people
I think there are plenty of people with better flows.
Flow, not that many.
Yeah.
no, that's a small number.
But it is now. They might not all be at the same. They don't all. The issue is though, they don't produce at the same rate. Kendrick can switch up the flow like crazy. And when he does it, he can fit it within the idea of his stories.
I have learned this about Kendrick.
Oh, here go the Kendrick slander. Here we go.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's something that everybody knows. Nobody's invincible.
You got a word. Trying to be PC.
After years of listening to Kendrick, who I'm a huge, massive fan, and I think it's definitely has and will eventually go down as a GOAT. I've learned to now do that same thing I do to Hope. I'm mad critical of Hope because he's so good. I tell people all the time, his rhymes on Everything Is Love, they alright. They alright. He don't wow me, he don't blow me away with nothing on here. Beyonce is kind of like, oh shit, yeah. But you can obviously tell where he interjected there. I'm the same way with Kendrick. Sometimes Kendrick don't feature well.
I agree. No, and I do think that is the one chink in the armor.
I'm gonna tell you
that's the chink in the armor.
I'm gonna go so far as say this: his verse on New Freezer.
I disagree. But that is an opinion.
It wasn't bad. It just didn't blow me away.
That wasn't a blow me away song. Look at the beat. Look at whose song it is. It's a Rich the Kid song.
Kendrick has been watched on a feature before.
His feature on
Remember the song with Jeezy, Cole, and Kendrick? I can't think of the name of. But Cole had the best verse on that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I remember hearing about that though. His Mask Off remix wasn't worth the time. I will give you guys that.
Y'all ready for a hot take? Y'all ready for a hot take?
What will have to?
Wayne versus Beto Mona Lisa.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And I say that because there was one scheme on Wayne's verse that kind of it was a soft scheme. It was a soft rap scheme. Because what was it? It went
What makes Kendrick's verse so memorable on the song is how many times his voice changes.
Yeah.
He brought so many artists
and the aggression he raps with.
It escalates. You can feel the escalation. I think it was better, and it was more cohesive. It was much more cohesive. Now, Wayne's verse did an excellent job of setting it up.
No, Wayne that shit.
Wayne told
No. Because what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna pretend like
Kendrick wasn't the reason that shit was it. If Wayne had did that song by himself, and he had did the second verse, or him and let's say Logic came in for the second verse.
Bad example.
That is a horrible example. That is a horrible example, and I apologize, viewers. But let's say Wayne finishes off that song. I don't think he would go for an alternative perspective type thing.
Probably not.
Which takes away from some of the artistry. Does it not? The things that Kendrick was doing, he was switching flows. He had excellent rhyme schemes, excellent lyrics. It was much more cohesive in my opinion. Just because, where are the lyrics? You got the lyrics?
Name a quote from the verse without looking.
Which verse? Kendrick's verse?
Yes.
When he get up in it, wait.
You just said
from the Senate Bennett, when he get up in it, got him changing his religion, something like that. I don't remember any lines from it because I'm trying to think of Wayne's line right now, so that argument crumbles.
Not exactly.
For me particularly,
Well, yeah.
because my memory's bad. It's one scheme. Hold on, I can see the time.
Yeah, tell me the part.
It's one scheme and it crumbles because even when he says it doesn't flow right and he.
Bruh, Wayne go on this song and say, "Oh nappy ass, hey nigga, what you say? No Milli Vanilli." That's hard. That's hard. Go ahead.
Hold on. Is this scheme right here? She say what's wrong, he say nothing, keep resting. She say what's missing, how do you know something missing? That makes perfect sense.
That does make sense.
It makes sense, but it's chunky and it doesn't flow right. You can't
But it does.
But when you listen to that part, and you hear him back to back say missing, it does not flow right. No.
Go on.
So what I'm saying is, if Wayne write a regular Wayne song, generally speaking, and this is not me slandering Wayne at all in general, because Wayne is a terrific rapper. But generally, he writes punchline songs, right? When you are a punchline rapper, I can name more Wayne lines than anybody else, like, period. And most people are the same way. Everyone's got those like 5 Wayne lyrics in the back of their head where they're just like, yo, he said this and then he followed it up with this and that shit slapped. You know what I mean?
So what qualifies somebody to have the best verse on a song?
That's not, but when you said...
Because I feel like now you're using that to disqualify it.
No, I'm not trying to disqualify him, but when you're saying, name one line from the Kendrick verse, for me to name a line from the Kendrick verse, his lines would often connect themes and go back and forth. And so like you'd have to remember an entire segment than rather remembering two lines. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So that's what I was saying with that. So I was like, I'm not trying to discredit, because white girls love me because my shirt's white.
That's a good reason. Let me tell you how I know Florida is bad. Everything that people envision about like places like Mississippi and Alabama is true about Florida.
And
Florida man is living proof.
Florida man. Listen, Florida man, he out there. Yeah, he be doing all that shit. But like, what are the chances it's gonna happen?
Speaking of which, Florida man update. What is Florida man up to?
Florida man flew up to Pittsburgh to cut off girlfriend's boyfriend's penis. That's a real
I feel like that sound is like you confirmed what he just said.
I did hear about it. I did hear about it.
That was a...
That actually...
No, we're not doing this.
That actually happened.
We're not doing this. End of the damn episode, D.
Also, Florida man got arrested because he tried to meet up with a teenage girl, and when the cops called him, he said, I thought it would be cool to see how a police sting works.
In the episode, D.
Oh, no. There's another one. What the fuck is this about a Florida man trying to bomb Target?
Oh, wait.
They kind of had that one coming since they called it Target.
Florida man sentenced after failed bombing plot on Target stores.
So,
on the East Coast.
Let me make this understand. A Florida man was arrested because he missed Target.
With 500 million
In the show, D.
There's more.
Barnett offered $10,000 to a man. Okay, it was plotted by... Okay, the scheme was plotted by Mark Burnett, 50, a registered sex offender living in Ocala. Barnett offered $10,000 to a man in exchange for placing 10 homemade bombs inside the packaging of common grocery items.
That was like 7 felonies in a very short amount of time.
Oh yeah, he got 40 years for that.
Only 40?
40.
Imagine if he had offered like a child $10,000.
Did you hear about the dude that like said she wanted to buy the girl for like $100,000 or something like that?
Yes.
In Walmart?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
And
And he got mad. He tried to buy her on like what, eBay or something.
I wanted to see if that dude was with Lindsay Lohan.
Oh my god. How is Lindsay Lohan doing?
Listen, bro, we will not do this.
That's sort of the
Serious. Orlando Brown checked into a.
Oh yeah, he about to get his life right.
He checked into a rehab, so that's good news.
They staged an intervention for him, so he's going to rehab.
Luckily, we haven't heard anything new about Lindsay Lohan. That's good news.
Wait, Lindsay Lohan? Oh wait, no.
Yeah,
That's the whole like.
I mean, did we never cover?
Kalani pregnant, and I'm sad.
I'm sad too. We lost the real one.
Where's the sad music?
Alright.
Where's the sad music?
You have like a fair one? It's crazy. Doesn't affect you. Say something to incriminate yourself.
No, I'm just saying. Listen, bro, Kalani just don't do it for me like that. It's not one of those things where I think she's like not attractive or anything like that. She's sorry.
Anyways,
D-Generation got that together.
Not interested. It's like the 8th time they done did it.
You know Shawn Michaels is bald now?
I don't know anything that's going on anymore.
What the fuck he ain't?
Yes, he is.
Who is Shawn Michaels? Did he used to have locks or something?
The Heartbreak Kid.
I don't
Shawn
know
Michaels.
what D-Generation is either.
Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
He's bald. It's hard to believe. He was the
I know Triple
he was
H
the
was-
last one left.
Who's the last what?
He was the last one left to go bald. No, then again,
Don't a lot of people go bald though? Like,
not everybody. Like, it's a difference between like cutting your hair short and going bald.
Michael Jordan went bald.
The man went bald. Michael Jordan had no choice.
Kobe went bald. Kobe had an afro.
Afro Kobe was dangerous.
He was. That's when Kobe was rapping too.
Kobe
That was Afro Kobe. That was Afro
That
Kobe
was
rapping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kobe was in his bag back then. Well, not so much in rap, but
LeBron used to have a little mini fro. He was a high school boy. Can't see we cut it off.
Yeah, but it was also a bad idea.
What? Cutting off the afro? His hair was
No, it's been before.
No, that mini fro was kind of cool. It was a nice little nappy fro. It's around what I have going on right now, except my hair is much longer than his was. It's just nappy. Boy, Dennis knows something about nappy though. Yeah. Hoo-wee, nappy boy. Shout out T-Pain. Shout out T-Pain.
he's gonna be here this weekend too.
Really?
Yeah.
But we don't know where here is.
Well, he's gonna be in the area. In the area.
This weekend.
Oh shit, is that Shawn? That is Shawn Michaels.
I know that's the Undertaker. See, I know wrestling.
End the episode.
Rey Mysterio.
End the episode, because now we almost out of topic for
John
Nah, I
Mysterio.
got plenty more to stat. I just haven't typed in that. Trust me.
He said I was just sitting on topics.
Because we still got a whole like think piece about the about Pusha T saying that 40 was the one that told somebody that Drake had the kid, and it was this chick that he was talking to. 40 was pillow talking with this chick, and that's how they found out about Drake having a child.
Kanye did that shit. Let's move. Come on now. Kanye did it.
Drake
revealed that
Let me ask you
he-
something. Is it that Kanye did it, or is that Drake said it first, so that's what we went with?
Come on now. Do we trust
The narrative has always been
The narrative has always been
that Kanye was
did
the
it,
one,
but
man.
regardless of what Drake was
So
saying.
Drake, because did y'all see that y'all saw?
Do
the
we trust
interview with
Kanye
LeBron?
right now? Do we trust Kanye not to snake people right now?
If you think about it, it's
Do
Kanye.
you trust Kanye not to snake people right now?
I don't trust anybody.
Okay, but in general, if your list of if everyone's untrustworthy, is Kanye on your list of people that's definitely untrustworthy at this moment?
Indubitably.
Thank you.
I can still trust you.
You can still trust Ye?
But yeah, I can still trust you.
He was looking at movies on Instagram.
All this half my Instagram, honestly.
My Instagram just posts porn.
My Instagram is a bitch bag. You never know what you're gonna see first.
I have 2 Instagrams. And about 20 million followers in between them. You can call me Selena Gomez.
This is a good episode.
I was very restrained.
No
Can
static
we-
episode
Have y'all seen
32.
Venom?
No.
I saw it twice.
It's all twice.
I did see it twice.
I be getting pictures for you.
I saw it once for free.
I want to see it though. I'm gonna make some time to see it. I gotta see that and I gotta see Night School.
Can you cut the record so we can talk
Why
about
does
who his
Jaden not
love
look
is?
like himself in this video? I'm sorry.
What is who? Jaden? Because it's his eyebrows.
You said Jaden?
Oh, I mean his eyebrows going. That's why.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
That catch though.
Fire with hands.
That's all I know it's not, man.
Jaden's been releasing some pretty solid, interesting music.
Talk. Draco. Spraying. Draco. Pull up with the gap. Yeah. I fucking boom in the back. Yeah. Right where she sat. Yeah. Ooh. Hey. I put my dick in her back. Hey. Yo. Hey.
We fucked on
What? Yeah.
We fucked on the couch.
Cause my dick ain't no slouch. Yo. Hey.
I had to teach her a lesson. Sneeze. Whoa. My dick is a blessing. Yeah. Got ice on my wrist, I'm flexing. Yeah. Scotty Pippen, you know I be dressing. Ooh, hey. I'm out of bars.